We're also getting some updates. Not surprisingly, there are political comments that are beginning to come in as far as this statement is concerned. TKS Elangovan has now backed Kamal Haasan over the Ponniyin Selvan movie controversy. He has clearly backed Kamal Haasan's contention that the Chola Empire was not Hindu in nature, the Chola king was not Hindu in his beliefs. Purnima Murli, my colleague, is also joining us. Purnima, tell us more of what Elangovan has said.
Well, Elangovan said that if we go by what the history says, that dates back to 1,000 years ago during the Chola period, there was no term called Hinduism, there was no term called Hindu. So it was divided into Shaivites and Vaishnavites, and that's what DMK says, that this is what history has said and this is how history should be presented. So after Vetrimaran sparked controversy, Kamal Haasan backed him, and now while the ally, the VCK too, has been backing Vetrimaran and Kamal Haasan, now the DMK also says that history should not be manipulated, and if we have to believe in what the history says about the Chola period 1,000 years ago, then there was no term called Hinduism, it was only Shaivites and Vaishnavites, and that was a reference that was used 1,000 years ago, is what the DMK also maintains.
Well, technically it may be correct to say that the term Hindu or Hinduism didn't exist at that time, but the larger belief and the worship and the deities, if you even talk about Vaishnavites and Shaivites, it's the same. It comes from the same philosophy and from same quote-unquote dharma, which is Sanatan Dharma. So what are they really trying to drive at? Especially the comment that Vetrimaran has said that there is appropriation of their symbols happening. So who is he accusing of appropriation here, and of whose symbols?
Well, Vetrimaran made a political statement while he attended the birthday party of Tol Thirumavalavan, the VCK leader. In fact, what Vetrimaran meant was the fact that indirectly hinted at how BJP is now trying to paint, say for example, Thiruvalluvar in saffron, which in fact drew flack by many in Tamil Nadu, and now also trying to depict the Chola king as a Hindu when the Hindu term did not exist. So Vetrimaran made a larger context by saying that these days, be it any issue, he was indirectly hinting at the fact that BJP is trying to paint issues in saffron, or paint these, for example, a Thiruvalluvar statue in saffron, and now portraying Chola king as a Hindu king when the term Hindu did not exist. It was in fact Shaivites and Vaishnavites, and that's what Vetrimaran made was a political statement saying that hinting directly or indirectly at the fact that the BJP is now trying to paint everything in saffron. But what Kamal Haasan said was that history should not be manipulated. If you were to consider history, there was no term as Hindu then 1,000 years ago, and that's something that the DMK also maintains. But it was Vetrimaran who made a larger point when he was making that statement on the 1st of October.
Right, we'll leave it at that, Purnima. Thanks a lot for joining us. In fact, we're also getting that reaction from TKS Elangovan. Let's listen in.
So, Director Vetrimaran had sparked a controversy by saying that during the Chola period, there was no reference to Hinduism. Yesterday, Kamal Haasan also said the same, that Hinduism was a term that was coined by a foreigner, just like how Thuthukudi is being said as Tuticorin. How does the DMK react to this? You're a veteran, you've known history. What really happened 1,000 years ago, no one knows. But how does the DMK view these statements?
See, they call, in the general term is that Tennadudaya Sivane Potri, which means Shiva is the southern god. So Shaivism was more popular here. Historically, if you want to go, there is a lot of difference between Vaishnavism and Shaivism. Both are two different religions. Subsequently, they were subsumed into one religion. So at that time of Rajaraja Chola, there is a clear-cut difference.
So in a way, what Vetrimaran and Kamal Haasan said are factually correct, and that's the history.
That is history.
We'll continue to